Hey guys, it is cold out here, seeing the way I'm dressed, which reminds me, a couple of very important things. Make sure you're dressing in layers out there. When you start working, peel a layer off if you start sweating. Please, please, please keep your fingers and toes dry and warm. Unfortunately, we had a gentleman a couple years ago on my watch that was working and his hands got wet. He just had his leather gloves on and he was in a hurry, wanted to get the job done, and he ended up getting frostbite and losing the tips of almost every one of his fingers because he got wet and he didn't realize he was getting frostbite because his fingers were kind of numb. So be smart, keep dry, and dress in layers. Stretching is very important in the winter because if you think about it, if you think about a bungee, and you're stretching a bungee and it's really cold outside and it's kind of brittle, that bungee, think of that as being like a muscle. Your muscle's the same way. It works a little bit better in the summer, so stretching is very important in the winter times. So loosen up, get that blood flowing before you get out there and start cranking on snap binders and throwing tarps around. A recent thing that's been happening with our drivers in 3 or 4 states, but it's a law in every one of the states, is guys getting written up for having things on their dashboard, like your iPads or your GPS or TomTom or whatever it is. If you got it up on your dash so you can see it easy, which sounds safer, and I understand why you do it, but if you have it up there, they can write you up for them being up there. You're really not supposed to have anything within the windshield wipers range. Now, our drive cam and stuff like that but those are safety devices, and the DOT allows that. They do not allow your iPhone or iPad to be sitting on top of your dashboard with a sucker holding it on there or whatever. So you need to move those down and get them out of your off the dashboard, period. Next, we talk about leaving yourself an out. We have the Smith system that we work with, and one of the 5 keys is leave yourself an out. And what does that mean? Well, if your eyes are up and you're moving and your head's moving around and you're looking at thinking about different scenarios with the traffic in front of you, what you want to be thinking about is, if things go bad, where am I going to go? This is really good in traffic, heavy traffic that's moving at 50, 60 miles an hour, Houston, whatever. Traffic's moving, but something can happen real bad. Where are you going to go? So try to be thinking about that while you're driving. Plus, that'll help you keep alert. Next things are logbook violations have crept up, and that's because DOT, due to the new log rules coming out, DOT is really getting nitpicky on form and manner. Form and manner is, did you put your load information in? Trip number, shipper, commodity. There's a load tab on your e-logs. You got to use that. It's got to be there. Your pre-trips, post-trips, fuel, load check, tire checks, all that stuff, secure, unsecure, has to be on duty and noted. So please make sure you're keeping up with your logs and your form and manner is good, so you don't DOT doesn't have anything to ding you on. And last but not least, hazmat. We've had an uptick in hazmat violations because drivers were getting 1,000 pounds of, it's like hydrogen peroxide or something, I can't remember what it was, but the shipper said you don't have to have hazmat for this. And our driver took the shipper's word and left. It is the shipper's responsibility to provide the placards if it's placarded hazmat load, but sometimes shippers don't know. So if you have something like that on your trailer, please call us and double check whether or not it needs to be placarded. And if you have a hazmat load that you know you're getting, always call safety beforehand, regardless of your tenure with us or how many times you've hauled it, so we can remind you of the most common violations guys are getting written up for hazmat, which is damaged or discolored placards, not the right placards, or not placarding what is actually on the trailer. Guys, stay warm. I appreciate you as always, and we'll see you soon.